So today I had an interesting task, pretty common problem, decided to make a video tutorial about it. Essentially, I had this website, it contains a lot of links to speeches by Barack Obama, right? Um, in PDF and MP3 audio. And essentially, I wanted to download all of these PDF links without clicking each one of them individually. So there's some automated way to sort of download all the links on a page. This is a common problem. This video tutorial is intended for people with little or no programming experience. So how might you solve a problem like this? Okay, as with a lot of computational tasks, you can write a program to do something yourself, or you can use something someone else has already created. No need to reinvent the wheel. And in this case, I found a program that someone uploaded to GitHub. It's called File Downloader by this user, and it works exactly as advertised. It does exactly this task. And so I want to download it and use it. So let's assume you've never used GitHub before. And let's assume you're working on a Windows machine. That's a really important key. If you're using a Mac, this is a lot easier actually. Okay, let me introduce the problem. This program is easy to use, is really lightweight, and it will download all the links on this whole directory actually, in whatever file format I specify. So I can say download all the PDFs and it just does it. However, and so I can see here on GitHub, GitHub is it's a really version control platform, but you can think of it as just a place where people who have written interesting programs upload them for other people to contribute to and to use, like a repository of interesting software. And the stuff on GitHub is free for you to what's called clone, in other words, download, copy for yourself, or check out and use. Now, the creator here has told me that this is a bash script. In other words, this is Linux software, and I'm using a Windows machine. Now, what's really interesting if you're using Windows 10 is that it's okay. You can run Linux software on your computer. You just have to set it up. Right? Previously, you could do this by using something like Cygwin or like a virtual machine, which would have Linux installed on it. You would just run that on your Windows machine. If you don't know the language I'm using, don't worry about it. I'm trying to be really introductory and really kind of use a lot of kind of elementary language in this video so that it's accessible to everyone. Okay, but as of the 2016 anniversary update to Windows 10, you can install a bash terminal on your Windows system that'll run Linux software just right on your Windows machine. Here it is right here. Now, if you're using a Mac, you just open the terminal. The Mac terminal essentially is a bash terminal, so you can just execute. You can just clone this GitHub program. Repository, which I'm going to explain how to do, and then you can just run this software. So skip the next few minutes if you're using a Mac, but if you're using a PC, first I want to quickly go over how to set up this bash terminal on your Windows PC. So first you need to make sure that you've installed all updates, like Windows updates, and then you need to go into Settings, just push the Windows key, open up Settings, and where is this thing? Okay, go to Updates and Security, and then there should be a tab here for developers. And you want to click this button that says Developer Mode. So click that, that's fine, close it. Now let's open the Control Panel. And we want to make changes to Windows Pro. Where is that thing? Make changes to accounts? No, that's not it. Oh no, Windows features. Turn Windows features on or off. Turn Windows features on or off. And then you want to scroll down until you find, should say it's something like Windows Subsystem for Linux. This is still in beta. Because it's still in beta, sometimes things break and it doesn't work right. But I think it's pretty stable, actually. I haven't had any problems, but I'm not like a really advanced user, so maybe I'm just not good enough to have problems. I don't know. Tick this box, click OK, The computer will probably prompt you for a restart, so that's fine. Restart your computer. Once you do, you should be able to push the Windows key and type in bash, and here you go. You have a bash terminal right here on your computer. There are a couple things that you probably should do once you have this. Okay, let me just make the font bigger because it's really hard to see. Oh my God, that's huge. So great. So you should probably, I'm going to explain all the code that you should use so you don't have to have experience with the bash terminal before. You should probably run an update. So I'm going to type this command, sudo, that gives you, SU stands for super user. This sudo command gives you the power to make changes to files and write things to your file directories, whereas normally you may not have permission to do that. Sudo, and then I'm going to say apt get update. So this will give you information about available packages. You should probably, what else should you do? I don't know. You know what? You could actually look on, you could just Google, like, setting up Linux, or setting up bash on Windows. And here we go. This will give you more information, right? So just look up something on Google. Basically, this just told you to do all the things that I just told you to do. And actually doesn't tell you to update anything, so that's fine. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is you need to install Git, right? So I'm going to say sudo apt get install Git, and then I'm going to push the enter key. I'm going to run this, and this is going to install Git, so that's fine. I've already installed Git, so I'm not going to run this. And this gives you the functionality to be able to get things from GitHub. Okay, I just closed the browser for some reason. Let's go back and see. Well, okay, I lost that GitHub repository. How did I find it? I think I said download all links from a website, and I just searched for that on GitHub, and that's where I found the first search result, file downloader. Okay, here we go. So you can get a copy of this software by typing in well, you may need to proceed this with sudo bash clone, and then just type in the URL here. Right? So I'm going to push enter and execute that. It's going to ask me for a password. Maybe, you have to say git. Sudo git clone, not bash. Silly. Okay, so basically Linux is telling me that this directory already exists, and so I really don't have to download this whole thing again. I've already done this. I've already installed File Downloader, so that's fine. Okay, once you've successfully installed File Downloader, you can make sure that it works. So let's just type in filedownloader.sh. That's the name of the command. Command not found. Okay, it's probably in a subdirectory. File downloader / file downloader.sh. I typed it wrong. File downloader / file downloader.sh. Permission denied. Sudo file. Okay, I really should have copied and pasted this because it's getting ridiculous. Loader.sh. Oh my god. File downloader.sh. Command not found. What have I done wrong? Okay, this is another important teaching moment. You can find all of your shiny new Linux things in this folder that you may not have known about previously called AppData, and that's a hidden folder in Windows. So first, you need to push the Windows key and say show hidden files and folders. So open it. These are just file. You can also open the File Explorer and click Options or whatever. And under the View tab, you want to say show hidden files and folders. And then you want to run or navigate to, actually, let's just click through it on the File Explorer here. You can go to your C drive, users, your user account name, and then you should have something called app data. See how it's sort of like you can't really see it, it's kind of invisible. It means it's previously that was a hidden folder that you couldn't see. App data, local, and then there's this folder called LXSS. And once you open that up, these are Linux things. Here's your bash terminal, and by default your working directory is in this home folder, and then you have to set up a Unix account. Whenever you install the bash terminal on your PC, you'll be asked to set up a user name and password. So whatever username you choose, you'll have a directory by that name. And here we go. This is my working directory. And you can see that I've already installed File Downloader to this directory. So I'm just going to assume that this works fine. And we're just going to try and run this. Actually, you know what? One possible problem is that I need to run bash as an administrator. Okay, I'm just make sure that I didn't pause the video. No. Okay, so you may need to run bash as administrator. Let's just see now if this works. File downloader / file downloader.sh permission denied. I don't know what's going on there. Let's just try and run this. Okay, so the person on GitHub gives us information on exactly how to use this software. So it's installed on our computer, and whereas a lot of software like Microsoft Word, you install it on your computer and then you see an icon, you double click it and open it up. Well, this particular software just runs from the command line. And it's installed on the computer, and so we just need to execute some commands. This person gives us instructions here on how to execute this. So once it's installed from a bash terminal, we can just say bash filedownloader.sh, and then we provide a website. In my case, that's this thing about Barack Obama speeches, and then provide some file extensions of what files you want to download. Do you want to download all the PDFs from that site, all the JPEGs, all the .doc files, whatever? So let's just try it. Let me get that website back of the Barack Obama speeches. Here it is. Okay, let's try it. Okay, here we go. Probably I should. Okay, let's just try it. Bash file downloader.sh. Yeah, you know what? If something goes wrong, I'm going to have to type this 100 million times. So let's just type it in Notepad, and I can copy and paste it. Bash file downloader.sh. These are according to the instructions on GitHub. Let's bring in this this website here, and I want to download all the PDFs. Simple. Okay, let's just paste it in. How do I paste? Like this. Okay, no such file or directory. That's because I think this is in a subfolder. File downloader /file downloader.sh. You may have to do that on your end. Okay. Okay, great. That's all right. That's working. That is downloading a lot of PDFs. Okay. Okay. So where are they? Sorry, I'm just shocked. So much text. So where are they going? Well, they're going to my home directory. Here they go. They're just populating right now. See? Here they come. More and more and more and more and more Barack Obama stuff. So this should be fine. I did actually think of one potential problem with this, and that is that maybe this program downloads all the links from this page, but then you know what it might also do is it might click on these links for me and download all the PDFs on those links. So I need to watch for that. Conveniently, these files are named so that they start with the author of the speech, Barack Obama. So, okay, this all just says Obama, Romney. So maybe maybe it does. But that is something to watch for. I really actually don't know how this software works. There may be some documentation on GitHub. I don't know. But if it starts downloading a whole bunch of stuff that looks wrong, like maybe from some whole other website or some other page, then you can press Control-C, and while this is running, click on the bash terminal, press Control-C, and you can interrupt the bash terminal. Otherwise, if this spiders out into all the links and then continues to download PDFs, you might download, like, you know, the whole internet or something, you know, all the PDFs everywhere, assuming that one link leads to another link, leads to another link, and your computer might just run indefinitely until it fills up its hard drive with PDFs from somewhere that you don't care about, some completely other website. So yeah, if this starts populating with stuff that it looks like I don't need, I'm just going to press Control-C and just interrupt this. So that's how this is done. And if you have questions, you can, I mean, because any one of these things can go wrong, right? You may have problems setting up this Linux shell on your PC. Oh, also, you know what? An easier thing to do if you don't want to go through the whole trouble of installing a Linux shell on your PC is you can just download GitHub for Windows. Computer's running a little slow now because it's downloading things. And just download GitHub Desktop here, and that gives you like a little bash terminal that you can use, and then you don't have to go through all this trouble of like setting it up on Windows. Yeah, feel free to email me, marsha58@purdue.edu, if you have questions. They may be questions I can't answer because I'm not an expert in all the things, but I hope this is useful to you. And oh, look, here we go. My fears have been realized. Robert Byrd, Shirley Sherrod, I don't know who that is. William, this is Bill Clinton. I don't need any of this. Stop downloading things. That's what I want to tell Linux. Stop. So just push Control-C, and it stops. And apologize. No, it doesn't apologize. It only does what you tell it to do. Okay, thanks for watching. Here I am again. I'm doing a great job of being really organized and self-aware, making this video tutorial, which is about twice as long as it should be because I've been kind of bumbling around. I forgot to say, before you can use this program, filedownloader.sh, it depends on another program called wget, and you need to make sure you have that. So you need to say bash apt-get install wget. Sudo apt-get install wget. Right, so just make sure you download that. Use this command. Sudo, which makes you a super user. I don't know why I preceded this with a bash. I'm just not thinking clearly. This command, which elevates you to super user, apt-get install, which is how you install things on the bash terminal, and then install a program called wget. So you just need to make sure it's already installed, so it didn't do anything. But install this before you run the thing where you go bash file downloader dot, I spelled it wrong, sh website PDF. You know, before you run that program, it's going to tell you that you need wget. So that's just a little addendum here. Thanks.